Hi, thanks for joining me today. We'll be getting going here in about a minute on this Wednesday, May 6th, 2020. My name is Carrie Fox with Harmony Enterprises, and we do these weekly Wisdom Wednesdays weekly. And basically, I focus on the wisdoms of the world. I commonly look for quotes by people I admire, and then we chat about them. So it looks like everything is ready here. And there we go. Okay, so welcome to this Wisdom Wednesday episode. It's going to be focused on a William Shakespeare quote that says, "Nothing is either good or bad, but thinking makes it so." So I selected this topic a few weeks ago because I believe in the concept that nothing is good or bad. But when I came to actually doing this today, I realized that the second half of that quote is kind of taking a priority for me today. That is the concept of thinking makes it so. But before we dive directly into that, I want to ask you to remember to live in harmony with the infinite wisdom that dreamed all of us into being. You know, bringing this quote and this idea, this philosophy into your awareness every day, every morning can literally change your life. It can change your way of being in the world. It can increase your passion and your power and your ability to live your purpose. So let me tell you a little bit about who I am, since I'm the one that's talking today. I am Carrie Fox, and a huge part of my life has been invested in being a constant reminder of that theory, that infinite wisdom connection, and to share my belief that each one of us came here with the intention of having a grand adventure. But sometimes we get sidetracked from that. So for the last few years, I found myself focused on helping women who feel wounded to get their mojo back. Change slides. There we go. So today's wisdom quote about good or bad stirs up a philosophy that in order to deem something good or bad, right or wrong, young or old, beautiful or ugly, whatever it is, we have to judge it in order to make that distinction. And one of the biggest problems with that is that when we judge something, we allow ourselves to shift into a format of our own insecurities. And learning not to judge things, to eliminate judgment from your daily way of being in the world, it can literally change your life. Actually changes the way you live, the way you feel, the way you are. It opens up space inside of you where you can experience more joy and more love and more peace, and you can walk in harmony with the infinite wisdom that dreamed you into being. So let's start by looking at this image of a tree. I'd like you to look at this image with no judgment, that it makes absolutely no difference. Oh, good, I have a cat who's going to be sick. That's what he does before he's going to throw up. So I apologize. It's my baby crying. Okay. So looking at this tree with no judgment, it makes absolutely no difference if it's a pine or an oak or an elm or an aspen. It is merely and beautifully a sister example of life on the planet Earth. Just allow yourself to be with this image for a moment. And just take in the beauty of this image. No judgment, just the image in you. Or this image of a family of trees. Just breathe. Inhale the beauty. Allow it to enter your system. No judgment. Respect that these other life forms are an intricate part of our life experience here on planet Earth. Appreciate it. Breathe in the beauty of not only the image, but for all the trees give to us, to the human life on planet Earth. It not only provides us with oxygen, but with lumber and bark to build things. It is intricately giving and interacting with all of the rest of life on the planet Earth. That includes us. Breathtaking beauty that can touch us deep in our soul. No judgment. What you will see and sense is love coming out of the trees, and love coming out of the sky, and love coming out of the light. You will perceive love from everything around you. This is the state of bliss. It's a state of awe and appreciation. Just breathe. Just enjoy images, momentary views of other things on the planet Earth outside of yourself, a part of life, planet Earth. We can take inspiration from trees and advice. Trees teach us how to stand tall and proud and go out on a limb, to remember our roots, to drink plenty of water, to be content with our natural beauty, and to enjoy the view. Not judging things like trees also allows us to open up our perceptions. Like what kind of a fruit a tree might bear for us. Opens us up to the perception of the life force within every part of that tree, up the trunk, out the limbs, into the leaves. There's life flowing. It is alive. In the roots, down into the ground, which is also alive. If you are really, really lucky and able to open yourself up without judgment, you just might be able to become one with that life force. Breathe and be. So when looking at judgment, there's almost always someone whose brain, read that as ego, wants them to challenge this concept of eliminating judgment. So let me concede that there are places in our life for certain kinds of judgment, most commonly in the scientific fields or areas of learning. But what I'm talking about today is you and me. As a 3D human being on planet Earth, your higher and best way of living is to learn not to judge. Try not to judge anything, but most importantly, to not judge others. Not what they look like, not what they wear, not how they live their life, not what they say, but most importantly, don't judge yourself. And you will find a freedom that is amazing. And even this Wisdom Wednesday that I do for you each week, they're based on the word wisdom. And the definition is, wisdom is associated with attributes such as completely unbiased judgment, compassion, experiential self-knowledge, self-transcendence, and non-attachment, and to virtues such as ethics or benevolence. So in wisdom is non-judgment. And my suggestion for you today, my encouragement for you today, is to try to rid judgment from your way of being in the world. So really, in my perception, I would change this phrase to say, nothing is either good or bad, but judging makes it so. So for right now, I would like to invite you to wherever you are at this moment, wherever you're sitting or standing or whatever, I'd like you to focus on something within your view for a moment. Focus with your eyes first and just enjoy that thing. Don't think about how big or small, clean or dirty, or what color it is. Just enjoy that thing that you are looking at. Not with your mind. If you find your mind, which is your ego, trying to bring up some awareness of something about, some trait about the thing that you're looking at, just let that go. No judgment. Just share this moment in time, this time in your space with that object that you're looking at. Well, I can hope you do that several times today. Try to do it every day, to look at something with no judgment, to look at someone, which is the hard one for a lot of people, for most of us actually, to look at someone with no judgment. Don't think they're too loud. Don't think they dress funny. Don't think that that item that they're wearing doesn't look good on them. That's a judgment. And especially if you catch yourself saying some judgment that you have about someone to someone else, that's a great time to pull back and say, whoa, I'm judging someone and I'm passing that judgment on to someone else. Try to stop yourself. So as I close up today, I'd like to invite you to join me on Facebook at Harmony Enterprises with Carrie Fox. And also, if you're interested in joining our meditation workshop next month, there is a waiting list that you can be put on. If you want to be notified when it's going to be opening up registration, just drop me a line at meditationchallenge@harmonyenterprises.net. So next week, our Wisdom Wednesday is going to be focused on when life hurts. And I hope to see you there. Thank you for joining me today. And for right now, let's remember to live in harmony with the infinite and amazing wisdom, and infinite wisdom, actually, that dreamed you, that dreamed me, that dreamed us all into being. Thank you for joining me today. And remember, if you are or you know of anyone who is sick and tired of being sick and tired, it's time to get your mojo back. Bye for now. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this little quick wisdom. Whoops, that's not a good screen for you to be seeing. There we go. I hope this quick Wisdom Wednesday and these quick Wisdom Wednesdays that I do every week bring some kind of enlightenment or some aha or some thought to you that you maybe have not considered before, or maybe you've considered them and found out that you've moved away from them, that you've lost a concept. Again, thank you so much for seeing me today. Please go on into the rest of your day in love and light and joy. Bye for now.